Impeachment. It's the congressional version of the morning after pill. It's now been 3 days since Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House and woman who hands out Tums on Halloween, announced formal impeachment proceedings into President Trump. So, let's catch up on all the latest updates with our ongoing segment, the fantastic, absolutely tremendous road to impeachment.
The only thing they can impeach me for is for having created the best economy.
No other president should ever have to go through.
It's probably presidential harassment.
It is safe to say this has been one of the wildest weeks of Donald Trump's presidency. And that includes the week he got fake dreadlocks and spoke like a Jamaican for a press conference. Remember that? That shit was crazy. It was like, them Mexicans be steady coming over the wall. Me go and send them back. Well, this week was crazier. On Monday, the Ukraine scandal blew up. On Tuesday, the Democrats opened an impeachment inquiry. On Wednesday, the transcript of the call came out. And today, the big news is that the secret whistleblower complaint that kicked this whole thing off has finally been released.
Major breaking news in the impeachment investigation into President Trump. The House Intelligence Committee has just released the whistleblower complaint. This is the second paragraph of that complaint from the whistleblower, who says, in the course of my official duties, I have received information from multiple U.S. government officials that the President of the United States is using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election.
That's right. The whistleblower's complaint has accused the president of soliciting foreign interference in America's election, which is really bad for Trump. What's even worse is that this entire complaint is only 9 pages long, which means people might actually read it. Hell, if it had a few pictures, Trump himself might even read it. Because you guys don't remember, but that was one of the big problems with Robert Mueller's report. It was like 500 pages. Nobody wants to read 500 pages. You could give me the secret to eternal life, but if it's 500 pages long, I'll be like, yeah, I'll just die. It's fine. Yeah, just bury me in a gold coffin. I'm fine. Now, this document reiterates a lot of the things we already saw in the transcript of the Trump-Ukraine phone call. But it also goes beyond that. Like, you know how Trump and his allies keep saying there was no pressure to Ukraine, there's no pressure on them to investigate Biden? Well, the whistleblower's complaint says differently.
There was an understanding with Ukrainian officials that to get a meeting with President Trump, they had to play by some ground rules. And those ground rules dealt with having to talk about the Biden investigation. When you go to the whistleblower complaint, it says multiple U.S. officials told me the Ukrainian leadership was led to believe that a meeting or a phone call between the president and President Zelensky would depend on whether Zelensky showed willingness to, quote, play ball, George.
That's right. According to the whistleblower, Trump refused to even speak with Ukraine unless they agreed to play ball and investigate Joe Biden. And this must have been confusing, right? Because to Ukraine, play ball means soccer. But to Trump, play ball means chasing the meatball that fell out of his sub. I'll get you, meatball. I ate your family. I'm coming for you. Now, Trump and his defenders are saying that the whistleblower's account is fake. All right, because they say that the whistleblower is basing all of this on secondhand information. He didn't hear the calls and he hasn't seen anything himself. They also point out that the president of Ukraine himself said yesterday that he never felt any pressure from Trump. Although, if you actually watched the Ukrainian president say it, you might come up with a different impression.
President Zelensky, have you felt any pressure from President Trump to investigate Joe Biden and Hunter Biden?
I think you read everything. So I think you read text. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be involved to democratic, open elections of USA. No, you heard that we had, I think, good phone call. It was normal. We spoke about many things, and so I think, and you read it, that nobody pushed me. Yes.
In other words, no pressure.
Okay, I don't want to contradict the president, but I don't think the translation of that was no pressure.